Hi everybody, it's Regina here from Art Station in Brooklyn, New York. Welcome back to our channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Since we're in quarantine time, I'm gonna have to do some painting here in my backyard, which is nice. I hear an airplane, which is good because there are no flights at all. But anyway, today we're gonna paint a beach scene, okay? Because that's a nice place for us to be. So we're gonna try to use only the primary colors, which will be blue, red, yellow, and the white. Okay, from these colors we're going to make many other different colors. We're going to need water. I like to use 3 brushes, but we can really use any other brushes you have home, a big one, a medium one, and a small one. You can also use other things. You can use sponge, you can use comb for your hair, you can use Q-tips. There's a lot of things that we could use, okay? And also, if you don't have paint home, you can do this as a crayon with the crayons or color pencils, pastels, anything you want, as long as you have fun, okay? It's a little cloudy day today, but remember, behind the clouds, the sun is always shining. That was a good one. All right, so we're going to take our skinny brush, okay? And oh, you're gonna need some plates, okay? Some extra one to mix the colors. I did it on this one because it's better so you guys can see the colors that I have here. I don't really like to draw with a pencil, but if you prefer, you can do that, okay? So I'm gonna take a little bit of the yellow for now. And I never really mix my colors right here, okay? I don't go like that with a big puddle of paint and go direct to the canvas. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of yellow. I'm gonna make a little circle to properly load my brush right here. I hope you all can see. I'm trying to get closer so you guys can see. Last video was too far. So here we go. A little bit of the yellow, and we're just gonna do a little drawing, okay? Now, I'm gonna divide the camera more or less in the center, but I'm gonna go lower a little bit. And all I'm gonna do is a line, which probably is not gonna even be that straight. And I'm not worried about because we fix it as we go, okay? Since I wanna make a nice sunset, I prefer to see more of the sky. I think it's okay. All right, now I'm gonna use this yellow that we're using right here. First we're doing it over here. And I'm gonna do some drawing, okay? Which is gonna be the waves. And this I'm gonna put this down because I wanna show you something. Now, I'm gonna start right here, maybe a little finger, make a little mark, okay? And I'm gonna go straight, and then I'm gonna go like straight back, down, and making some little waves, some long ones, some short one, and this way again, and I keep on going diagonal all the way down, okay? So this is just the drawing, more or less. This is gonna be like the waves coming, and this is gonna be the sand. Now, it's very important. Let me get a paper to show you. A lot of kids make this mistake, okay? And I'm gonna make it even with a little bit of the red. So I'm gonna do it again here because I wanna show you something I don't want you to do, okay? Suppose this is my line, okay? And a lot of times that I teach this class, and I don't know why, when everybody's doing their wave, they're going down. See how they're going this direction? That's not how the wave go because the ocean is here. All right, so what we're gonna do is, let's do it this way. So supposedly this is my line, okay? And I'm gonna do my, let me take more paint. I'm gonna do the waves. What I'm gonna do is a straight line, and then when I make my curve, I continue on this direction, okay? Straight, straight. Do not go down. The water is not coming down this way. It's going on the ocean, okay? Side to side. So let's remember not to do that, okay? And if we do that, nothing is gonna happen. You can just let this dry a little bit and you go over and do your drawing. Or you can even do the drawing on top of it because it's gonna cover anyway. All right, let's start to have fun. So if you have your big brush, okay, you can use the same, ooh, I got a bug. You can use a big brush. If you don't have a big brush, just use your whatever brush you have, your medium brush, only harder with the skinny brush. So I'm gonna take a little bit yellow, make a new circle. Now I'm gonna take my white from the bottom here, see? From the bottom. I'm gonna take a little bit of yellow and very little white. You don't need to take a lot, okay? Might be that I put a lot of canvas, a lot of paint, but because white, I know we're gonna use a lot. All right, so we're taking the white and properly load your brush. Look what I'm doing, side to side. You don't wanna have a puddle, okay? All right, so with this brush itself, you can even do that. Let's draw a diagonal line, okay? It can be even a little bit above the horizon, let's see. All right, now what I'm gonna do is just axis, look. Axis, axis, just have fun. But I wanna make axis also on top of the line, okay? The line is just to show where I'm gonna stop. Axis, side to side, axis, any way you want. This doesn't have to be a perfect. Take a little bit more paint from your palette, a little bit more white. Remember, white we're taking from the bottom. I need clean white for the rest of the paint. You're not gonna use your brush right in the center because you're gonna lose all this paint, okay? So let's take a little bit more white. All the paints, you always take from the bottom of the puddle. And keep going. Now, if you have too much, look at that. It's too much paint, you see? Look, you're gonna spread that. You don't wanna have a lot of paint. You wanna have a nice amount to cover the canvas, okay? And that's it, okay? Now, I like to paint my sides because when we hang it, whoever take a class with me, you know, when you hang it, you wanna have a nice side if you don't have frames. ArtStation, we do frames, but we are closed right now, as of now. So on this side, I'm gonna paint only the part that I had the yellow over here, okay? So my sides will be painted a little bit on top. There we go. Okay, now, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna take a little bit of red from the bottom. It's very little, okay? We'll do it slowly, slowly, if you can see that. And I'm gonna mix it right in there, okay? Becomes a light orange because we have white in there. Okay, you can add a little bit more, slowly, slowly. You add a little bit more and you have an orange color. Doesn't have to be exactly like mine, doesn't have exactly the same perfect, okay? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my orange and go side to side so I can blend it a little bit. So it's not really, and don't put too much paint on your brush. Too much paint is not gonna work. You need to have enough just to get that blended in. Look how nice it blends. Acrylic is very hard to blend, okay? If for any reason, when you are blending over here, okay, it's not blending in, you're gonna take a little bit of water, put your brush in a little bit. Don't put in a lot of water, a little bit of water. And you are going to try to blend in, okay? Or you go back with your yellow color and try to bring it. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of this orange that we did, and I wanna go down a little bit towards this direction over here because I wanted to make like a sunset. So let's add some of the orange here, especially because I wanna make this sun a little bit using the same orange, okay? Now, if the paint is already dry, okay, let me show you what we're gonna do. If you see that it's not blending, your orange is not doing well, it's not going. So I'm gonna take a little bit of my water, a little bit. You can even wipe it off a little bit, okay? A little bit. And mix it with your paint. That will help the paint. Even if you have to take a little bit more of the yellow with a little bit more of the white. Okay, and then I'm gonna cover all this yellow, but I wanna see the yellow in there. I don't want the yellow to disappear. So it's a lightly orange here. Okay. Now, I wanna go to the top and I wanna make the top a little bit more orange. So I'm gonna take more yellow. You don't need to put white right now. And a little bit of red, everybody. Just a little bit. You don't want it a lot, okay? Look what a nice bright orange. Always remember, you're taking a little bit of paint. I know in my classes, I use a lot of paint, but we don't have to, and I said that in the video before, okay? Let's learn to use less. So here we go. I'm going back, continue. The best is to work when this is already still wet, okay? Because if it dries too much, that's it. So here we go. Now I made it a nice orange. What's important is you don't want to see a line here, okay? You want it to blend because it's one sky. You don't want to see like a harsh line right in between, okay? I have something here, probably the little bug. Okay. And then I can even put a little bit more of the red. Look at this. And we make it a nice, whoa, that's pretty. Look at that, guys. Beautiful. And again, if it's not blending, you see it's already drying, dries so fast. If it's not blending, we can go ahead and put your brush, just the tip, a little bit of water, okay? If your brush is dripping, look at this. If it's dripping, that's no good. You don't want it wet to be dripping, okay? Try a little bit on your napkin or on your paper towel. Oh, you see what happened? It's gonna drip on the canvas. Almost started drip over here, but I wanted to just show you how we can blend this. Even you can make a little bit more orange towards the corner. As long as we are making one part. So I'm gonna do my top over here. You wanna do it all around, okay? This is a beautiful sky. Gorgeous. Sunset. Isn't it beautiful? Soon we're gonna be able to see it more when this quarantine is over. Okay, this is it, guys. Access, be free, enjoy. You can do whatever color you want, okay? Because the sky is like this, you never see one color. By the way, nothing is one color, okay? You can even add any color you want. You can add pink if you want, but we're limited with the colors, okay? So, beautiful. Let's go now to dry our brush. Put your brush in the water. I'm gonna use like a medium brush. Let's see if I can find my medium brush. Disappears, so I'm gonna go back to this brush. So I'm gonna dry this brush, okay? Clean your brush. It's a little bit still weird. By the way, when we clean our brush, everybody, let me take this one out. When we clean our brush, we are going to do side to side and wipe it off, okay? Do not, and under any circumstances, do not squeeze on the bottom of your cup because of the water, because it's gonna ruin your brush, okay? So we're doing side to side, gentle, wipe it off. One time, wipe it off. Next time. And when you dry it on your napkin, this is what you're gonna do. You're going to do it this way and this way, okay? It's okay, you have a little bit yellow there, nothing gonna happen. If you need clean it again, that's all, okay? Never squeezing, because you ruin all your brush. This one is already bad from ArtStation, all right? Okay, so now, I don't find my medium brush, but I'm gonna use this brush. Okay, now, I wanna start with the ocean over here, okay? So what I'm gonna do is, we are going to take a little bit blue. I don't want too much blue. Blue is a very strong color, okay? A little bit yellow. I'm sorry, a little bit white and a drop of yellow, okay? So again, we're gonna take blue, a little bit. We're gonna need a little bit more because we're doing the whole part. A little bit of, by the way, my yellow and white is already almost mixed over here. So I'm gonna take this part, a little bit yellow, white and blue, because we want the ocean color. Oh, this is beautiful, see? That mint color, okay? Can even add a little bit more blue because we're gonna lighten up a little bit later. Good. A little bit more of that. I hope you guys can see it. You don't need to see me, but you need to see the canvas, okay? All right, I'm making it a little bit darker. If you make it lighter, it doesn't matter, okay? As long as you're having fun, like I said. All right, now I'm going to paint side to side, okay? Now, when I get to here, my brush is not even a good brush at the moment, but look, when I get to here, I can use, if guys at home, you can also use a tape if you're having a little difficult making the line, but it really doesn't bother me if it's a little bit higher or low, because over here I'm gonna make a mountain, okay? What I can do, I take my skinny brush, watch this. I'm gonna take the skinny brush, and we're gonna make a line first, look. It's okay if I go a little bit on the orange or the, stick more paint. use the edge of your brush. Okay, here we go. The edge is easier than to doing the with the skinny brush because you go one shot. There we go. And I'm going here, something here, take it off. Right now, I'm not worried about doing any details. Right now, I'm just covering the canvas, okay? I'm gonna do my sides over here, just so when I hang it, it looks nice. Okay. Now, when I get to the edges of the ocean here, you can cover your yellow line, okay? You can cover with the blue, or we can cover with the sand color that we're gonna do, and it doesn't have to be straight. Now, I'm using my brush this way now, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, I need more paint. And don't worry about the yellow line, cover it up a little bit. If you don't cover, you can cover with the sand. But we're gonna do white edges on the ocean as the waves. Mixing a little bit more paint, a little bit more blue, I need more paint, a little bit more white, and a little bit of the green. The yellow, I'm sorry. Because when we mix yellow and blue, we are going to get a little bit of the green in there, okay? So it looks more like the ocean color. Here we go. And doesn't have to be the same color. Look at this, I got it light, but I'm going side to side, and it helps to show that the water is moving a little bit. So it really doesn't matter. Doesn't have to be exactly. You can perfectly use different colors. And I'm not even going on my yellow completely, see? Doesn't have to be on the lines, be loose a little bit. The lines that we did before was just a little drawing. It doesn't have to be perfect. Nothing is perfect, guys, nothing, okay? I'm just looking, stand that back here a little bit because I need to see if my line is a little bit crooked or not. Again, a tape would be perfect. You can tape here because this is so, it dries so fast that you can wait 5 minutes, it's gonna dry completely. I put my finger there because I thought it was dry, but you see it's taking a little time because it's cold in here, but nothing happened. I'm gonna take a clean brush because, I'm sorry, a clean plate, because my plate is already too full here. So you put this on the side on the table and we're gonna get the colors. Now I wanna make a sand color and I only have my primary color. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a little bit yellow. I found my medium brush. We're gonna take a little bit yellow. Hope you guys can see this. A little bit yellow. Now we really have to take a little bit at a time, okay? A little bit of red. We got an orange. Okay, make a small circle. You don't need to make a huge circle because then it's gonna fill up all your plate and also gonna spread all your paint. And we're gonna take a little bit of blue. Now, it sounds strange, but look at that. I'm getting already like a little bit of a sand color, because that's what we wanna do now. We wanna have a little bit of the sand color. And I'm gonna take a little bit of white from the bottom, it's already dirty. And look at that. But to make your colors, now maybe I can use a little bit more of the yellow. We gotta keep on mixing a little bit until we get to the right color. A little bit yellow, a little bit of red, and a little bit of blue. Very little, everybody. You don't wanna put a lot till you get the color that you want. I want it to be a little bit sandy. A little bit more red, slowly, slowly. Keep on mixing and make your circle small. I'm gonna put more yellow because we want it to be more on the shade of the yellow color. I think this is pretty good. There we go. Okay, let's see. I think this is good. Let's add a little bit more white to lighten up. So you try, it doesn't have to be exactly like my colors, but look at this. Can even make it a little bit more white. This definitely feels like sand, okay? And it's good that you have, let me put this down. It's good that we have a little bit of the darker, different colors, different shades, okay? Because this way it doesn't look boring with one color. Everything with one color is really boring. okay? And like I said, right now we're just covering the canvas. So you see, I go on the side. Look, when I'm gonna get closer to this from this end, but again, I'm not gonna worry because, like I said, we're gonna add the edges for the ocean. White, so you can even make it less thicker the wave over here, the edges. And it's okay if the blue from the water mix it with the water a little bit because it could be some shadows, okay? You can even do some a little bit like this. Now watch how I'm using my brush this way, okay? I'm not using my brush flat. I'm using my brush this way, horizontal, okay? And here we go. There we go. We're not gonna do the bottom of the canvas right now. What I mean is underneath. We're not doing this part here right now because underneath right now because it's gonna stick to your canvas. When we finish the class, we turn around and we do that part, okay? After most important, we sign our name. There we go. Now I'm gonna do my sides. Look at my sides. They're all painted, so when we hang it, it looks so nice. If you need to mix more of this color, mix more, but again, you don't need a lot. Use a little bit, okay? All right. See, now we already have perfect. Very nice. We're gonna clean the medium brush or whatever brush you have. Remember, we are not squeezing, we're side to side. Wipe it off. And dry. Now, we're going to go back to the water, okay? I wanna take a little bit of the water, the color over here of the water again. Now I wanna take a little bit more of the white, okay? And what I'm gonna do is, we are going to get the waves, a little bit also of yellow, okay? So we have that greenish style, but I want it to be very light. What I'm doing is I'm taking from the waves and I'm blending it into the water, okay? Now what I want you to do, everybody, is even here add a little bit of the white. The ocean, we see many different colors. Remember, I'm going side to side straight. Don't go down because the water is coming this way, okay? Straight. Now, like I said, it dries so fast. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my brush inside the water a little bit. Let it drip. You don't want it too wet, a little bit water. Don't want to dry either. And I'm gonna mix it with that color because this way it's gonna be easier to blend in. So here we go, look. I'm starting from here and I'm using my brush again, horizontal lines. You can even do some lines in the water, side to side. Look at this, all different lines because the ocean has all different shadows, right? So let's take a little bit more, especially from the waves, okay? The edge of the waves, because that's where the white, the foam, right? We see more of the foam when the waves are coming to the edge, to the shore by the sand. So, okay. And don't worry about these little parts that is showing. Like I said, we're gonna make it, we're gonna make the white around it, like the foam. Here we go. See? Nothing is one color. Now, I'm gonna take a little bit of blue. I'm gonna wet my brush again. Let's wet the brush again. a little bit, not too much. You don't want it to drip. If you do like this and it's dripping, it's no good. Dry a little bit just like this on a napkin. Now I'm going to take a little bit of blue. I'm not even mixing with the white because I want to see also some shadow. Now look, I'm making some lines. Okay, lines, not too much. Anyway, if it gets to too much, you go back with your lighter color. Here we go. And you don't want to do it towards the edge. Okay, towards the ocean, you want to have it more of the white. Okay, you can have a little bit. Usually, towards the end, we see a little bit darker. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. So you can have it a little darker and get to lighter as it get closer to us. You can take a little bit white. Be free, everybody. And the white, we can do it again, more here to the edge. Just blend it in, okay? You don't want to see those sharp lines, but if you prefer the sharp lines, you can just keep it. Nothing gonna happen. It's your paint. You can do whatever you want with it, okay? You can add different colors. I have some kids, they add a little fish, a little shark, or whatever you want. As long as you're having fun, okay? So it seems like it's blended. You can put a little bit blue. Look, just have fun. Watch. I add a little bit blue. I can make a little bit of the green. Look at this. And a little bit of white. Oops, I got the red. No good. That's why you need a new. We need a new plate. Don't use the same plate. So let me go back to my old plate. So here we go. I'm gonna take a little bit of yellow. I was saying I was gonna make the green, I'm sorry. Blue, yellow, and a drop of white. So if you want, you can even add, but the ocean here might be a little bit dry. So if it's dry, like I said, add a little bit of water to your brush. So look how nice, as much as we add colors, look how beautiful it gets. I wanna add a little bit more lighter color. A little bit of water on my brush. And just add some horizontal lines. We don't want to make it like diagonal, vertical. You just want horizontal lines, side to side. So it shows that the water is moving, okay? And towards the back, we can leave a little bit darker. That's beautiful. Okay, now we are going to take our skinny brush. If you don't have a skinny brush, you can even use your marker or even a pencil, okay? Because we're gonna make a little bit of a sunset. So I'm gonna take a little bit white. I'm gonna mix it over here so it doesn't catch my paint. Put too much red. A little bit white and a little bit yellow. You wanna mix that white in there because if you're gonna do yellow by itself, you're not gonna see the sun, okay? And I'm gonna show you why. So I'm gonna make a sun right in here, not too close to the, okay, so over here. Doesn't have to be in the center. Over here, maybe we do a little mountain. So here we go. I'm gonna make a small circle, okay? Because the sun is further away. And the reason I need the white is because look how the sun pops out, okay? If you're having a hard time making this circle, you know, you can take a little penny and outline and then just paint inside. Okay, use your imagination, guys. Can do many things. Now, this sun is reflecting into the water. So right underneath the sun, we don't want to do it like over there, over there. We're going to do some highlights. The sun is here, okay? I'm going to do a second coat later on so it pops out a little bit better. Right underneath the sun, we're going to start with little lines coming side to side, hardly touching the canvas, okay? They can get a little bit bigger as you go down. But all I'm doing is just little lines side to side. Now, it's possible that the water is still wet. Of course, the water is wet. I mean the paint, okay? So if it's still wet, it's gonna turn this green a little bit. Do not panic. Let it dry, and we're gonna go with the yellow and white after. I just wanna put it out there, okay? Now, I'm gonna clean my skinny brush again. And we're gonna make another color. Right now, I think I'm gonna make a brown. So let me take my new plate. Okay, I'm gonna hold my new plates better. All I'm gonna do is mix red, blue, and yellow. Okay, so here we go. Let's take a little bit yellow. And remember, make a small circle, okay? I prefer using my palette, the white one, but I wanted to do it on the plate so you can see. When I do it in the white, you have to see the white color. We're gonna take a little bit of red, yellow, red, put too much red. Remember, very little. You don't need a lot of paint. Slowly, slowly. You mix slowly, slowly. Okay, now I didn't put enough yellow, so I'm gonna go back to my yellow. Okay, because here I'm getting a purple because the yellow disappeared. More yellow. And there we go. And let's see, we're gonna have to add a little bit. I got that brownish green for now. So let's add a little bit of the red because I want my brown to be a little bit more. Okay, I think I'm getting there. Okay, remember, guys, don't make it such a big, just make a small circle, okay? So this one you don't lose your paint. I don't even need all this. I made a lot. You could use it less, okay? Now we're gonna make a mountain. Now, because it's further away, we just wanna make a thin mountain, okay? We're not gonna make like a huge mountain. If you make one huge one, it could be that there's a big one further away. So look, can even make a little dot, look. It's less even than your own finger over here, okay? If you put a finger over here to mark. And now we're gonna make a little mountain up, down, and down a little bit. And that's it. Okay, and we're gonna paint that inside. It's a little mountain further away. Maybe there's an island over there. Use your imagination. You can do anything you want. There we go. If, let's do our sides over here. Can go into your water a little bit, nothing happened. And if you go too much on your water, there are no mistakes in art. But if you want to go and fix it, you let it dry. Do not do anything while it's wet, okay? Because it's gonna blend in the colors. Let it dry, and you go back with your blue watercolor right in here. Okay, so now we clean our skinny brush again. We're almost done, guys. Clean our skinny brush. Very good. And we are going to take just white by itself, okay? And now I wanted to have a little bit of a good amount, okay? Like I have a lot, I know. Because I want to do the foam that goes, and I'm going to make it a little shaky, okay? Because the foam, take a little bit more white. We're probably going to have to do this twice, okay? And the bottom has to be a little bit thicker, the bottom of the wave. Shake it a little bit. It's okay if it's full. Can even like with our finger, just like, there you go. See, we outline, make it shaky. Shaky, shaky, shaky. Because this is foam. So foam is really, use the tip, okay? Don't press too hard on your brush. Use just the tip. On the bottom, I'm pressing harder because I want it to be a little bit thicker. And then over here, I shake it, connect that one a little bit. And again. Okay, now I got it too thick over there. So I'm gonna take my brush, I clean it. No paint on my brush. Okay, very little. Now I'm going to stretch this a little bit, but my brush has to be wet a little bit. So let's put a little bit of water. That's what I was saying before. If the water is dry over here, so it's hard to blend. But if you put a little bit of water, look at this. The water goes. Just need to add a little bit of water. Or you can go back and bring a little bit of the color that you have at the ocean, a little bit of the color you had before. Okay, so I want to just make it a little bit, oh, okay, the white was too thick here. And blend it in. There you go. I'm going to add more of the white on this part here because that's what I want. I'm going to do this white again one more time. Okay, the best thing, guys, and I'm doing from the side so it's so hard for me to see, I'm going to stand back and see if it's good. It's totally crooked. Let's see how we're going to fix that. So this is good because I'm on my side. I should have done that before. I didn't do it. So what I'm going to do to fix it is I'm going to make my color again of the water. Okay, this is good for you guys to see. My brown has to be dry. I'm going to take a little bit of white, a little bit blue, and a little bit of the yellow. Now watch what I'm going to do. I just realized how crooked was my water, right? Look how I'm fixing it. And I even go over my highlights. It doesn't matter. Watch this. So when we are trying to cover a dark spot, we have to add a little bit more white because only the white is going to cover really. So let me stand back again and see if it's working. It's hard to do it from, oh, there we go. It's almost there. And watch, I just press. And this could even be a shadow from the mountain. Okay. Now let me see. Maybe it's my canvas that is not. Okay. Let me stand back really good. Sorry. I was right in front of the camera. Oh, it's teal. So we're gonna have to really cover that. Don't be afraid, guys, to take chances. Because look, I covered the mountain. There we go. I made my water a little bit bigger, that's all. Here's gonna be the mountain I'm not worried about. I'm gonna make a new mountain, okay? Can even make it in blue, look. And then we cover it up. There we go. If you want now, you can add a little bit more of the blue here. Just so it gets darker in here. Good. And then we're gonna do our brown again, which if you remember everybody, we're gonna mix yellow, red, and blue. A little bit more red because I like the brown to be a little bit more on the reddish side. So red, blue, and yellow. I might have it in the other plate. I have it right there. And we can go back to our skinny brush. And do it again. Too much paint on my brush, you see? That's okay, we spread. If you get too much paint on your brush, you spread a little bit. I'm gonna make a little small one from here. And then I go on this one. Okay. Too much paint. Now here could be a little bit of the shadow. Oh, and I forgot to fix. Look at this side, guys. Now I have to put more water to the sides also, so don't forget to do that, okay? So I'm gonna take my brush, clean it a little bit, and I'm gonna take the color, the blue, and I'm gonna do my side over here. Perfect. Just cover that up. Easy. So no reason. And there we go. And now we have to go back to our, oops, you're good. We have to go back to our highlights because we lost it. Just go and do it again. Anyway, I want to do this sun one more time. I'm going to take a little bit of yellow and white, if you remember. Yellow and white for the sun. A little bit, don't need a lot. You want to add the white in there because, oh, see, that's not too much. I need a little bit more white. You always test, but when you're making something small, you use a little brush. So, and the second coat has to be only when the sun is dry. Whatever you do, only when the sun is dry. So here we go. We're gonna add side to side. Not too many lines, okay? Just like lightly. If you make too much, you can even look just with your fingers itself. You just and then because I got too close one to the other, I go back with my watercolor. See the blue from the water, and I just cut it in a little bit. See, if you got them too close, there we go. Okay, the final thing we're gonna do is two things. Sorry, we are going to do our white again. I'm gonna do that foam again, okay? Because we want it to really, really pop out. So just go over. When you do a second coat, everything is better on a second coat. Now remember, use the tip. Don't put too much pressure. All right. Let's see over here a little bit more. Now, I want these lines to be a little bit thinner, okay? But it's hard to do it even with the skinny brush. My brush is a little bit too thick. That's what we have right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'll take like a medium brush, okay? And I go back to the watercolor that we have, but I want it to be a little bit white. We must put our brush inside the water and mix it a little bit, or this is not going to work, okay? You have to have a little bit. So I'm going back and I just add some more of the water here. Even if it takes a little bit of the, and let it go into the middle of the ocean. See, just let it go. See how we make that line thinner a little bit? Just go back gentle, easy. Don't use a thick brush. You can even use a thin brush for that. And let it blend into the water, to the ocean. It feels like the ocean is moving here and there. And I am lightly touching the canvas, okay? You can even go into your sun. Highlights. I need to add a little bit more here. And maybe some lines here. Again, a little bit water on your brush, not too much, to help you, to help the paint move, okay? So now we're gonna back up and see how we're doing this. We're gonna take a little bit of brown, the brown that we mixed before. And we're gonna do a second coat here just to make it a little darker. Don't make any bigger or smaller, we're just covering the brown. Just wanna make it a little bit more opaque, okay? And there we go. What we're gonna do now, most important part, is sign your name, okay? So you can do any color you want right here. Maybe we're gonna do the yellow and white. More white, obviously, okay, guys? Because you really wanna show off your name. And when you're doing this, again, take a little bit of water and mix it with your paint because it's gonna flow easily, okay? And don't worry about getting your hands dirty. So right here, now my brush is too thick, so I don't wanna really make it too, press too hard, okay? So here we go. If you see it's not showing, add more white. We work hard on it, so we wanted to have our name showing a little bit more. So here we go. I'm gonna write my name. You can write in a script, you can write it, you can even take the marker. That's how we do it at the store. The marker is so much easier. And we can put the ear. We can make a little, let me pick it up for you guys to see. You can make a little slat here, a little, you could just do 20. Okay, let's stand back. And there's one more thing missing now that we finished to sign our name. we're gonna make that sand color back. We gotta do the bottom part because everything else it's already filled up. Oops, a little bit of the brown here. Cover it up. We did all the sides, everything. Now we need to do the bottom part over here. So let's see if I got the colors over here. Gotta get that color back. So that color was yellow, a little bit red, blue. Now let me hold this way. I'm gonna do a little bit yellow, a little bit red, a little bit blue. And we're gonna take a little bit more yellow. Drop of red. Now we got green. That was too much red. Let's take this color here. Maybe it will help. Oh, there we go. A little bit. A little bit of blue. Blue is a very strong color, everybody. So you just want to put a drop. Okay. There we go. I think that's a good color. It might not be the same one. It really doesn't have to. A little bit of the yellow. Then you can add a drop of white. There we go. So let's go ahead and do this part over here. And a little bit more red on that color. There we go. Now we're closer. Try to do only the bottom so it's not gonna go into the front, but if you do it on your sand, so we're gonna stop right here. Whatever you do, just let it blend. And now we're gonna do the ocean without touching too much the bottom because we don't have too much paint, so we're gonna do the ocean, which is blue and a little bit white and a little bit of yellow. And we're gonna do the bottom part over here. And I wanna just shape the sun a little bit. You see it's not so round. So this should be dry, so you can put your hands right here to help you support your hands. And since we already have yellow and white, I'm going to do a second coat of my highlights. A little bit more into the white a little bit, just slightly touching. I don't touch too much. I don't press hard. Okay, I made my yellow and white a little stronger. And I think I'm going to even highlight my name a little bit more. This name is not popping out too much. You want to show off that you did it, right? So here we go. There we go. I think a little bit lighter. Just going over. But again, you can just take a marker that you have home, black marker. here, dog here. A little bit more paint. We gotta take paint. I'm not taking paint. That's why I'm. Okay, doggy. What's happening, doggy? I'm gonna bring my 8 back. And I'm going to separate. I just brought the color back. Okay? This is it, guys. Hope to see you back again. And as this quarantine soon will be over and we can go and see you back again because I really miss the store. I miss you all. And stay safe and be healthy. Bye.